Okay, first up, we have
Coming
a coming soon, and I'll just let this these photos kind of speak for themselves. That's right. The RVR is going to be in the Adafruit store. This is a
coming soon.
Very successful
Very coming soon.
Kickstarter, and we wanted to wait until backers are getting theirs, and we'll also have these in our store. We're working with Sphero, and we have a bunch of cool ideas, and we have a coming soon page, so please sign up if you're interested in getting one, because that is how we're going to know how many.
Yeah, it's like
to order.
Hackable, and we're trying to get info so that we can like have our sensors and devices work with it. It's again not in the store, coming soon. Sure. If you order it, you would get it after all the backers are fulfilled.
Yeah, we don't do back orders, so when it says in stock in the Adafruit store, that means we have them and we will be shipping them out. Okay, next up, speaking of arcades, because we were talking about this earlier, show me arcade, but you can make your own.
Correct. We
right
have the 8-inch Picade, which we actually just updated to have all the latest updates and stuff. It has like a new joystick, and it has the new Picade hat. And now we have the 10-inch as well. So this is a 10-inch IPS display.
Well, this is the 8-inch, and then there's the 10-inch one.
Sorry, that's the 8-inch. Yes, sorry, the 8-inch got updated.
This is the updated one, and then
we
here's
also
the 10-inch
have
one.
the 10-inch one. You can tell this is 10 inches. Sorry, they look very similar, except the cases are the same.
This one's updated.
Yeah.
And then this is the new one, yeah.
So because they updated it, and we also have the 10-inch available, and the 10-inch, of course, has a much bigger screen, and you can run RetroPie. We'll note at this time of this recording, the Raspberry Pi 4 does not support RetroPie yet. So grab a Pi 3 and a power supply and an SD card, burn it with RetroPie, run their install script, and boom, you've got a really sweet arcade. And I've got one here.
Yeah, I do want to do this.
We put
I
together.
have this other camera too. Let me see. Let's see if this is helpful. Is that helpful at all?
Is that helpful? Where is this camera?
It's right there.
Oh, yeah. So let's see. Let's see if I can play this upside
It's bigger than the overhead.
I know. So you can play all sorts of games. I don't know what I'm pressed play on. Give it a moment. I guess Acrobat 1. I have no idea what this is.
What's going to happen?
I don't know, but let's
So this is a video game.
start this game.
Let me see what's on the screen.
It says Sunsoft.
So it's a little dancing fox
I know.
or something.
I gotta like. Okay, there's like a long intro. Turn this off.
Okay. It's
but
an arcade system.
It's an arcade system. So you got the idea. And then you can open up the back, which I can do real fast. Yeah.
Okay.
I would show you the back. So you've got inside the 10-inch screen, the HDMI driver board. We've got you can control like contrast and stuff on the HDMI driver board there. And then the Raspberry Pi 3, which you provide, you put the arcade hat on top. It's got a power button, which I neglected to use, but you should use it. A really powerful 5-watt speaker, and then all plug-and-play buttons and joysticks. So there's no soldering required for this kit, which is super cool. You just put it together with a screwdriver and a couple hours of love, a good weekend project to do, and then download demos and homebrew games. Don't download illegal games. And you can play any kind of arcade that's supported by RetroPie, which is dozens of different emulators and systems. So that's from Pimoroni.
All right, next up.
This is a tactical hairpin. I think you even emailed me and said, I want you to carry this. So this is a hairpin that you would use to attach to your hair to keep your hair back, or if you have a headscarf, or if you have something else you want to attach to your head, I guess. And maybe for Halloween. And it comes with it's got like a screwdriver at the end, and you get a hex, the hex bolt socket, and it's got a little like knife. And I just thought this was really cute.
Fix your feather. Have a snack. Look stylish.
Look good. So we got these in Adafruit Black if you'd like to pick one up. It's also got a ruler on the side. I think that's in inches, quarter inches. So it's just like I thought it'd be like a fun gift or toy for somebody who wants to have a cool project to build with their hair clip.
Super blinky.
Okay, so we've got new ultra skinny NeoPixel LED strip. So this is the skinniest it gets. These are basically 1.5 millimeter by 1.5 millimeter ultra tiny LEDs. These actually look a lot like dot stars, but they're NeoPixel. So you go to the overhead. I can show this off. So it's very skinny. It does not come with a protective rubber silicone sheath, so just be aware of that. It's so skinny that if you want to solder to it, you know, I think the ground and input lines are on the top, and then the power pin is on the bottom. And you get, I think it's like 150 LEDs per meter, and you get a half a meter long with each order. I will say these are quite delicate, so they're good for experienced NeoPixel hackers and designers, but it works just like NeoPixels, but very tiny, still quite bright. And at the end, you know, it just has a little silicone wire. You plug it into anything that can control NeoPixels, and you're a-glowing. So very skinny, very flexy. We've got a lovely high-resolution TFT display. It's 1.14 inch diagonal, 240 by 135 pixel, which is extremely high resolution. And these are becoming very inexpensive and available. They're showing up in watches and wearables. And so even though the Breakout is the exact same size as our 0.96 inch, because there's less bezel on the screen, it's you get more pixels. So this is a screenshot showing the actual image that was taken with the camera. And let me grab my demo. And I will show you. Oh my God, I'm stuck to this NeoPixel. Okay, so let's go to the overhead. And I'll show the demo. So we have here connected to a Metro. And it's running a, the chipset is an ST7789. It's a very standard chipset supported by a lot of, oh wait, let me turn this around. Restart it. And you can see it drawing on the screen. So it's an IPS display.
Looks great.
It looks great from any angle, and again, ultra high resolution. So it's a great way to add a very small, very colorful, very bright display to your project using SPI and a couple pins.
Okay, and to start the show tonight, besides you, Lady Ada, and our entire community and our team is
Infineon.
Infineon.
Oh, so we finally got these from Infineon, the Trust M cryptographic chips. So they're coming into the space. We previously have had the ATECC 608 crypto chip, which is lovely, but doesn't have like data sheet and a lot of support for it. They kind of keep things a lot secret, so you don't really know what's going on. What I like about the Infineon chips is that they're the same price, and you get full data sheets and documentation, and they've got Python and Arduino libraries written and ready to go that they support. And even put on the product page that's open source. So like we have open source libraries, which is super cool.
And we featured this in our IoT security video, and this was the prototype version. It was red.
Yeah.
And now we are shipping it. It is ready to go.
You know it's secure because it's got that lock. So this is really good when you want to have an IoT product or even any kind of product where you want to have a private key that isn't stored on a file system or in firmware. Instead, you store the private key in this chip, and then you do challenge responses or like cryptographic signing through the chip itself. It supports like AES and SHA and HVAC and all those common hash and signing protocols. And that way you just keep that secure. That secure private key cannot be extracted. It's specifically designed to keep that secure. So a really good addition to your secure IoT or secure product.
Okay. That's good product.
That's your pass. Let's do a recap. New. Recap.
Okay, first up.
Coming soon. The rover from Sphero. It's just finished up their Kickstarter funding, and they're now manufacturing these. After all the funders, the backers have been fulfilled, we will be stocking this. If you'd like to pick one up, sign up, and we'll let you know as soon as we have them in stock.
We got two different versions of this.
We have the updated Picade from Pimoroni 8-inch. It comes with a bunch of improvements and the better joystick, and the new Picade X hat, so USB-C power. And we also have now the 10-inch. This is a new product. It's just like the 8-inch, but bigger. More pixels and a beautiful IPS display, extremely loud amplifier, and again, that new Picade X hat with USB-C power. You got this tactical hair clip for all your hair keeping needs, but also you can use it as a screwdriver, as a socket, as a knife, all sorts of things. It's tactical, the hair clip. Super skinny NeoPixel strips. These are 1.5 millimeter by 1.5 millimeter LEDs on a 0.5 meter strip. It's the skinniest and smallest NeoPixel strip ever. This 1.14 inch color TFT display is an ST7789 chipset and has 240 by 135 pixels, but is like the size of your thumbnail. So it's a very high resolution, but very small display. The Trust M from Infineon is a secure crypto chip with open source drivers for both Python and C, C++ Arduino. So this is really great if you would like to add secure key encryption and storage to your IoT project. That's new products.